It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. The game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. Battling it out tonight, two offenses that tend to live and die by the three. Shaq, do you think the league is becoming too perimeter-oriented?
Yeah, Kenny knows this. He has 2 rings, I have 4. Championship-level teams usually challenge you outside and inside. You got to keep the defense guessing, Ernie.
Well, the perimeter offenses have become a lot more sophisticated. 25 feet from the baskets, it's hard to impose your physicality against anyone on the defensive
There's
end.
nothing sophisticated about jacking up 83s in the game.
Well, you know what? It's hard to be physical when guys are not even coming near you.
For a guy who likes to shoot the three, would you like to be playing today?
I would, not to toot my own horn.
Go ahead, toot your own.
But I'm going to toot it. I would average easily a 20-point game. Easily 20 a game. Being able to take the amount of threes that they able to take, 20 would be, I would be disappointed.
Drown him out.
I would be so disappointed if I didn't get 20 every night. It's the easiest era to play it. How can you shoot up 23s and call yourself a point guard? So, this is ridiculous. Any scrub could play in this era. Kevin, anybody could play in this era, Kevin. Anybody.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Grizzlies come into town for this one. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And a one-game homestand for the Warriors as Golden State will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. And, of course, Michael Conley. Many wonder how they'll do without him. Well, we'll soon find out.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Hey there, Kevin. Well, we all know that Steve Kerr, the Warriors coach, has a great way with his players. He said they see through all the BS. They've got to know that you're in charge and know what you're talking about. But in the end, it's about them. Kevin?
You know what? That humble approach goes a long way, David. Thank you. And right around this time of the year, some teams spending long stretches on the road. Chris, that's difficult. It's got to be tough, I would assume, for players to deal with that, teams to deal with that.
It does get tough. Long road trips, travel, you're staying home from your family, you haven't seen your family and your friends, but I tell you what it does as a team. Coaches love it because it builds camaraderie, it builds chemistry. Now you have time to go to the movies and hang out with guys on your team at a restaurant or just hanging out. And what does that do? It brings you a little bit closer together because now you're building a relationship that's not based on basketball. These long road trips allow you to be together, to get to understand and know each other in ways maybe you haven't before. And believe me, it's been many times on the court. I've joked with the guy on my team about something that had nothing to do with the game, and it brought us to even play harder because we had an inside joke about something else. Who wouldn't want to play with their friends, right? Who wouldn't want their friends to challenge them? And that's the type of relationships you build on these long road trips.
Now we'll look at Memphis's starting group. Looks at the 3 with Jackson at the 4. Bradley is out there with Wright, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. No good from Cousins. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that a sloppy effort? I mean, turnovers were a huge issue. Now, they don't have to play safe tonight, but they do have to play smart.
Along with the rest of their troubles last year, the Grizzlies had a very hard time stretching the floor.
Yeah, and they were 25th in the league in three-point percentage. I mean, teams did not have to respect them from out beyond the arc. And that made an already pedestrian offense even more sluggish.
Now here's Green, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Curry against Wright. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
And Brooks gets it to go.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they built. They really captured the momentum.
Now here's Durant. He had 16 points in the win against Sacramento. Man, showing some terrific range. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. It's Bradley on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. The shot. And that one comes up a bit short. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 5 points so far.
That's a feed that Green makes look way easier than it is. You got to have amazing vision to make that pass.
Right against Curry. Outside Bradley. Pass to Jackson. Right outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
Now, here's Thompson. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result. Well, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now, that was timing.
Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. Thompson outside. It's Durant on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Over Brooks. Valanciunas grabs the board.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jumper.
Pass to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Jackson. 16th in three-point field goal percentage. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And, yeah, one of the better three-point shooters in pro basketball. He's killed it from downtown every time we've watched him. Very impressive. Now here's Brooks. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Here's Green, following the score by Memphis. Here's Cousins, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Durant against Jackson, and the Warriors miss again. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Memphis. Bradley finds Crowder. Back to Bradley. Outside Crowder. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Well, some deep threats have really made their presence felt around the league lately. The two-guard spot, these have been the hottest three-point shooters for the last month. Klay Thompson is second.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play two-guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
And having a reliable three-point option at off-guard, pretty much a necessity these days in the NBA.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Green with the ball. And Green slams it in.
And what about the quick hands of Cousins? Sure, he's an offensive juggernaut, but he also keeps his eyes open for steals as well.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. Jackson up top. Over Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Durant sends it back.
But Durant has arms that just keep on going and going and going. You aren't going to be able to just get a shot by him.
The son of former NBA coach Bernie Bickerstaff, JB got his first head coaching job here in Memphis.
Yeah, I played for his father, such an intense coach and with a deep playbook. And after Fizdale was fired, JB was named the Grizzlies interim head coach. Before that, he had been an assistant in Charlotte, Minnesota, Houston. He's a young guy, but he's been around basketball a long time.
Now Bradley, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins from deep. Back to Bradley. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, Thompson makes terrific decisions. I mean, deep inside, finds a way to play to his strengths.
Here's Bradley. 11 points last game. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Anderson, he's checked in for Jackson. C.J. Miles comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Avery Bradley. It's stolen by Livingston. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. Shoots over Miles, and that one hits back iron. And the Grizzlies leading by 4 to the middle. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Holiday. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Cook kicks to Bell. Iguodala the pass to Livingston. Now the pass to Urebko. Buries the long-range jumper. Urebko's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up, locates the man.
It's Miles on the wing. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Warriors trail by 5. Livingston kicks to Bell. In the corner, Cook with it. To the wing on the left. Urebko. His 3-pointers off the mark. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Anderson finds Miles. Anderson against Bell. Miles the pass to Anderson. No good on that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. Cook looking it over. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Anderson. Right side Holiday. It's stolen by Bell. To the paint.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Outside Holiday. Here's Valanciunas. Warriors with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did.
Oh, no doubt. And when you're hitting a high percentage on the perimeter, everything becomes easier.
Joakim Noah's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Bell kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Urebko. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Urebko's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Bell against Anderson. Can't cash in from close range.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. They get a hand on it, and here are the Grizzlies now. Unloads from 13. The shot, no good. So Golden State will take it the other way.
Well, if you think about Sean Livingston's career, you know how close it came to ending. A knee injury so severe that doctors considered amputation. But he never gave up, and he made it back.
And now, in transition, here we go. Iguodala. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And C-Webb Livingston's story. So many extremes, from a young franchise cornerstone with the Clippers to wondering if he'd ever be able to play again, ever be able to walk again.
Yeah, he fought his way through. I mean, first a journeyman bouncing around 8 or 9 teams, and then a key factor for the Warriors championship team. I mean, you could make a movie about it. That's how dramatic it is.
Now, here is Bell. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Jerebko, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Wow, wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
And so it's Memphis with it. Wright finds Anderson. It's Miles on the wing. Passes to Holiday. Over Iguodala. The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's Livingston with the ball for Golden State. Iguodala up top. Defended by Miles. Here's Jerebko. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists tonight.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now here's Wright. 9 points last game. Now the pass to Miles. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Miles has got the game tied up here for Memphis. Golden State's gone 4-7 from 3-point range so far in the first. And stolen by Wright. And it's Memphis on the break. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 2. 1:21 left here in the first quarter. To the inside. Stolen by Noah. It's Anderson with the drive. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the first. Cook kicks to Bell. To the middle. Here's Jerebko. And the shot goes in. Jerebko's got 11 points.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Here's Wright. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. The putback, great positioning on the putback. He's got 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Bell. Kicks it to Iguodala. Here's Jerebko. Golden State moving the ball around. That one good for 2. Iguodala's got his first points of the night.
Well, that's what I would say about Iguodala's game. Relentless.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Miles. Right outside. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Now the feed to Livingston. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Here's Wright. The shot comes out.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go on the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really, it had the same effect.
And we'll be back with you shortly. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
I've been a player that thought he knew it all. thought he was the best thing walking, and you know, I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So, of course, my game has grown, my knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ, but it's just the typical thing from a rookie to, you know, a veteran.
And you know, Greg, you see it on the floor now. When Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Well, and not only in terms of building the lead, but now the defense has to extend itself. That leads to other opportunities.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson is out there with Brooks. Then there's Noah. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's right in a point.
It's a good sign when Curry's at the line. That means he's pushing the action, being aggressive, putting the referees in a tough position to make some tough calls.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Looking at big men around the NBA, which are the best triple threats? Guys who can shoot, drive, and pass out of that screen.
I think of 2, one being Anthony Davis. The fact that he can get his shot, he's so quick, and he's a good post-up player as well and can face the basket. And then DeMarcus Cousins, I don't know if there's a better big man, a better center than when it comes to him. He can take you out on the three-point line. He can dribble and get a 3. He can take you out on the three-point line, set a flare screen, catch and shoot the 3. He can get at the three-point line, drive you to the hole, get an and one, and then he can take you on the post and just bully and posterize you as well. So I don't think there's one that comes to mind with a better skill set than Boogie Cousins.
And that list is growing. Bangs home the trifecta. Brooks has got 7.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. Feeds to Anderson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. He's got 8.
Oh, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. It's a 3-point game. He kicks to Green. Inside. He can't get that one to fall. Great defense that time from Noah. Grizzlies have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And Anderson gets it to go. And now a 5-point Memphis lead.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Curry. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Sacramento.
And while he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
Pass to Cousins. From deep. The shot by Curry, no good.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one.
That's tipped. Noah dishes to right. Back to Noah. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Noah's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Durant. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Anderson trying to free himself up. And that one's good by Noah.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Noah. Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Crowder in for DeLon Wright. Now here's Curry. He's got 7 from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 10. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
And here's Crowder after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Guys, those are the kind of hustle plays that keep a team in front.
And the Warriors with possession here. The Grizzlies making the shot.
But this is what makes Green so valuable. He's a big man with an outside shot. He helps stretch the floor.
Memphis leading by 7. Outside Bradley. Outside Crowder. Jackson passes to Crowder. 5 on the clock. Here's Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Curry with the 3. Cousins inside. Valanciunas is there. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And that game against the Lakers, you know they're going to be amped up for that one, and they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Jackson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
To the inside, tries from 10.
With the anticipation, the angles Clay takes defensively, really impressive.
Green finds Durant. Crowder with the steal. Here's Brooks. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Now here's Green. His last outing, he had 8 points. To the paint, all alone. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from DeMarcus Cousins. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Bradley against Curry. Bradley passes to Valanciunas. That one falls. Valanciunas has got 11 points.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Your Rebco's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Kevin Durant. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Holiday's checked in.
His three-point game is heating up. That's his second 3 of the quarter, 3rd overall. Yeah, Coach Steve Kerr may seem to have a laid-back demeanor, but knowing him personally, I tell you what, he's fiery, and he's intense, and he wants to win. When tempers flare, don't be surprised to see him smashing clipboards and letting loose on the sideline.
Warriors trail by 8. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Here's Jerebko, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Grizzlies.
And the front line carrying the load offensively. They always say reward the big men and credit the guards for getting them the ball and enabling these guys to fill it up.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, think about it. There's plenty of centers on the Warriors rosters, but when the going gets tough, you know, they can go small. You know, their Hampton 5 lineup with Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala is the perfect blend of length, skill, athleticism, and IQ.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Jordan Bell's checked in for Cousins. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. And Chris, you know, you were talking about a couple of the nicknames for that Golden State Warriors lineup.
Oh yeah, but I mean they used it sparingly in the regular season. You know, it wasn't something they wanted you to get used to. The playmaking and the defensive versatility of that unit, to me, that's what stands out. It's tough for a traditional center to stay on the court against them, you know, with all that skill and mobility there.
Here's Livingston after Memphis gets the 3. Puts it up from 15. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Oh, and this is where Livingston makes his money. Tremendous mid-range game.
Holiday looking over the floor. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Bucket is good. Valanciunas has got 13 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Back to Iguodala. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Oh, man, the long arms of Iguodala. Such an asset, converting around the painted area.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Outside Bradley. Outside Crowder. Knocked away. Clock at 6. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors trail by 7. Now Bell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Iguodala kicks to Cook. And the pass to Bell. Now here's Livingston, guarded closely. Tipped away. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Pass to Bradley. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Livingston. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. Over Holiday. Hits the front of the rim and out. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Grizzlies. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Crowder finds Jackson. Back to Crowder. Memphis moving that ball around. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Holiday.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Golden State gets called for the foul. For Memphis, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. first free throw is good. See, we have a quick tactical question here. As a big, when you're defending the pick and roll, what are the things you're looking to do? How do you handle that?
Okay, I'm going to try to rapid pace this because this is what goes through your mind. What did coach say in shoot around? Wait a minute, who is this? Is this Steph Curry that can dribble, or is this Thompson that loves to take a step back? Or is it a player like Durant that loves to hit you with the step back? Or who's setting the pick? Is it a guy like Thompson that's going to slip? Or is it a guy like Dwight Howard that they could throw it up to? Is it Capella that may slip and go through and you still throw it up to and you can't get back? Who's communicating? Who's on my team in the corner? What shooters in the corner? Because they can't leave the corner to come help. Do I hedge hard? Do I not hedge hard? Oh no, this is the NBA. It's the greatest players in the world, and even if you do it right, they're going to score anyway. That's kind of what goes through the mind.
That is something else. Here's Wright after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Noah dishes to Wright. Anderson passes to Noah, and Noah with the slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Warriors trail by 11. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Pass to Bradley. And another basket for Memphis.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Golden State's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Livingston, no luck.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm, and if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Noah finds Miles, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent. He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Passes to Noah. To the middle. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Cook kicks to Jerebko. Livingston passes to Cook. 6 on the shot clock. The dish now to Bogut. Here's Livingston. It's rebounded by Memphis. Three-pointer right. No good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes the first half. Grizzlies lead by 13. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, Draymond, at times in that first half, they got it going in transition. Why were they able to beat you defensively?
I don't think it was so much defensively, it was offensively. You know, we turned the ball over, and you can't defend that. You know, when they get out running, their guards are going to get loose. So we just got to stop turning the ball over offensively, and that'll help our defensive turn.
Yeah, your coach calls them plays of insanity, Draymond, so we'll see if you can adjust that in the second half. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Jonas Valanciunas putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Durant and Green are the forwards. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Cousins in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now, here's Valanciunas. Shoots over Cousins. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Cousins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And that one's good. Green.
Well, Green embraces contact. We all know that. He loves owning the defense by finishing strong.
Outside Bradley. Kicks to right. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, and for years, the Memphis Grizzlies were a team that everyone hated to face. And an extremely proud franchise trying to right the ship after a terrible showing last season.
And for the Grizzlies, the one thing you can always count on was, Chris, they would bring maximum effort every game.
Last year was very out of character for them. The team lost its focus, lost some of its will to win, some of its fight. Going forward, expect major changes to this roster.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Wright.
Well, the much vaunted defense of the Warriors took a step back last season, falling from 2nd in the league in defensive rank to 11. But it's tough to nitpick, but I'm sure it's an area they're looking at to address.
And so Wright nails both of them. And tough defense has been a staple with this group in Golden State, reversing decades of history in that regard.
Decades and decades and decades. The Warriors hadn't been better than 10th in defensive efficiency since 1979. A 35-year hiatus that happily came to an end in 2014.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Got a piece of it. Jackson finds Bradley. Back to Jackson. Lets it go with a 3. The shot, no good. And Golden State will come the other way. Left side Curry. From deep. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists tonight.
Oh, because of his quick release. So difficult to close up space on Curry.
Here's Wright. Banked in off the glass. Wright's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
The pass to Green. Outside for Curry. Cousins, no one around him. And another 3 for Golden State.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And the shot goes in. Wright's got 10 points in the game.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the rim.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control in the lane, takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
Here's Green. The Grizzlies making the shot. Just 5 on the clock. Durant for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And with over 20 years as a franchise, the Grizzlies still haven't had that one tremendous season. Just one conference final appearance, and they have yet to make an NBA Finals.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Miles is checked in. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Second, the Warriors.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. I'm talking about the Grizzlies. Before last year, it looked like they were on the upswing, Chris, but then the wheels fell off completely.
Age and injuries are the two momentum killers. You need to infuse young talent, and the Grizzlies' draft record has been spotty at best. Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Here's Wright. He's got 10. It's Brooks on the wing. A baseline J. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Durant. Fires from the corner. Shot is good, and the Memphis leads cut down to 2 on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Wright against Curry. And Wright kicks to Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas. He dishes it to Jackson. Over Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Memphis shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Warriors trail by 5. Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry from the arc. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 6th assist on the night.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Now here's Wright. He's got 10. And Miles kicks to Valanciunas. Dishes it to Brooks. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Curry with the bounce pass. Thompson against Miles. Back to Curry. Cousins finds Thompson. Clock at 6. Over Wright. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And that's now 25 points for Steph Curry. Memphis leading. Wright looking around. Passes it to Valanciunas. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Timeout called the Warriors. It's been quite a game for Jonas Valanciunas.
Oh, he's tearing them to shreds, and I'm sure the only thing they're talking about in this timeout is what to do about him.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Joakim Noah's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jackson. Crowder, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Justin Holiday subbed in for C.J. Myers. Now here's Curry. He's got 25. That's no good. Miss number 5 against 14 makes. Out to the right wing. Right, the pass to Noah. Back to right. Fires it up. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Some changes for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Klay Thompson. Iguodala against Crowder. Here's Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 4 assists in the game. For Memphis, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Right with it. He's got 10. Down low and stolen by Cousins. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's Golden State with another.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
They've shown some character tonight. There was no quit in them, even when they were down big.
Now here's Wright. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Oh, and Crowder working to get more arc on his shot. I mean, served him well there with the defense closing in.
Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Iguodala. He's right around 5 points a night, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you know, he'd love a bigger role, but he's trying to prove himself in the minutes he's getting right now.
Yeah, you're right, but he's putting in the work, and the results have been okay. He just needs to keep believing in himself.
And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 3, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. But take a look at the Warriors. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, there's the Grizzlies. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And for the Grizzlies, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
And credit goes to everyone, coaches, players, front office. I mean, they've all been determined to avoid a repeat of last season. The results speak for themselves.
Right for 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
There you go, his first 3-pointer of the night. That should calm him down, maybe even get him going a little bit.
Warriors trail by 3. And here is Curry, and he has 28 points for the game. The drive by Green. Here's Cook. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Right against Curry. They kick it out to Green. Offline with his 3.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
So it's the Warriors now, following the score by Memphis. Iguodala, that's good.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters.
Now here's Noah. He's got 8. Back to right. Crowder against Iguodala. Anderson. Again Memphis. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true, but fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
free throw drops for Wright.
How about this? 3 titles in 4 seasons for the Golden State Warriors. Can't tell me they're not a team of destiny. And for the rest of the league, a formidable obstacle to the O'Brien Trophy.
Urebko's checked in for Green. And so Wright nails both of them. And when you look at this Warriors super team, Chris, how long do you think they can keep going like this?
Well, let's think about this. Durant and Steph are just turning 30. If they can make the salaries work, which would be tough, but if they can make the salaries work, another half-decade of dominance seems possible.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. The Warriors, #1. The Grizzlies, 4th.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
And that one misses. Last season, the Grizzlies' offensive numbers plummeted. One area where they excelled, though, the free throw line.
They shot a very high percentage from the charity stripe. Didn't get there as much as they would have liked, partly because they lack shot creators.
And the second free throw, good.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Anderson.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Now here's Noah. 8 points for him. Holiday with the 3. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Outside for Curry. On the wing, Iguodala, defended by Crowder. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Was moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
The Warriors making a switch here. Durant's checked in. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Allen's checked in for Justin Holiday, and it's Carter in for DeLon Wright. On the free throw, no good. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is, the one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
Cans it from downtown.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
Warriors trail by 10. Cook dishes to Iguodala. Back to Cook. Shot clock at 6. From deep 3-point range, but they get it back. Durant just inside the line. The good-looking shot from the wing. Durant's got his second bucket of the night.
A go-to shot for KD. I mean, his catch-and-shoot jumper is butter.
Right wing. And Anderson kicks it to Noah. Here's Carter. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Noah's got 4 assists in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They get a hand on it. Cousins inside, covered by Noah. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. The free throw drops for Cousins.
And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and players alike by going to Golden State this past offseason. Cousins knew he'd have to take a prove-it type deal when he entered free agency after that Achilles tear. The deal with the Warriors was put together and finalized fast, and kudos to the Warriors front office for striking when the iron was hot.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jones checked in for Cook. And it's Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. Outside, Jones. Cousins against Bradley. Cousins inside. Up and in on the layup. Cousins has got 8 points in the quarter.
And that's where Cousins is most dangerous, and letting him go to work inside is something they're always trying to make happen.
Bradley kicks to Anderson. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The pass to Durant. Good work defensively by Crowder. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Memphis out in front, leading by 9. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Warriors trail by 9. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Jackson. Avery Bradley is out there with Brooks. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Crowder in at the 3. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So a 3-point play chance for him. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney.
One shot.
That's good from Jackson. The Warriors shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Here's Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 7 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin, you can't afford to leave someone open around Curry. He's great at keeping his head on a swivel.
Bradley kicks to Jackson. To the paint, Curry with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Green with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending, and Durant gets it to go.
But once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Curry against Bradley. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Green. Valanciunas, good. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Curry finds Thompson. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Oh, such a monster. I mean, just such a smooth operator in the pick and roll. Clay times his move perfect.
It's Bradley on the wing, guarded by Kerr. Bradley passes to Valanciunas. Launches it, and it's Bradley. That time on the assist from Valanciunas.
Oh, 3-point shooting. I mean, the strength of Bradley's game offensively, incredible.
On the wing, Thompson. Green left side. Inside. And the shot goes down.
With the second half he's having, I mean, his field goal percentage is way up there.
Bradley against Curry. Outside Bradley. Poked away. And Valanciunas kicks to Bradley. And another basket for Memphis.
And that's where he's most comfortable. Bradley crafting his game to excel in the catch and shoot.
Pass to Jerebko. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Thompson for the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, they lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And see, Webb, you talk about a tandem of shooters. None better than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Yeah, splash. You know, the Splash Brothers. Steph Curry, he is the best shooter of all time. But I would say this, Klay Thompson is not far off. You think about his 60-point game in 2017. He only took 11 dribbles. He had the ball in his hands for only 90 seconds. And he dropped 60. I mean, that's one of the all-time scoring clinics.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Warriors. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. He told them one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way, guys.
Now Brooks following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins from deep. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. White, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 8-point game beyond the arc, and Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 11 in the second half.
And you see the range. Cousins, nice, steady release on that shot.
Curry against Wright. Passes to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Offline with his three. Bradley against Thompson. Bradley dishes to Wright. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Warriors trail by 6. That's tipped. It's stolen by Bradley. To the paint. Wright finds Valanciunas. Misses from short range.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Nice shot by Thompson. Now here's Wright. Now the pass to Valanciunas. In the corner, Bradley with it. He kicks it to Jackson. 4 on the clock, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And so Jackson nails both of them. And it's the Warriors with the ball. They trail by 6. Curry with it. Now right defender. Brooks against Durant. Over Brooks. Durant, no good. Memphis has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Wright outside. Good on the three-point shot. Wright's got 20 points.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Thompson, high post, and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Warriors with possession here. 9-point game. To the inside. Here's Jackson. That shot missing. Great D that time from Green. The Warriors have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Puts it up from 12. Curry can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Brooks. Great D that time from Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. And so Cousins will bring it up for Golden State. Curry looking it over. Outside, Green. From deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Jackson. Green with the block.
And there's the standout D of Green again. Excellent at utilizing his length to turn away shots.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Curry passes to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. And it's Green with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Wright kicks to Valanciunas. And Cousins comes over to help. Bradley, no one around him. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. And that'll be his third foul so far. Warriors trail by 7. Outside, Green. Pass to Cousins. Off target from outside. Memphis has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Bradley. It's stolen by Green and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Jay Crowder's checked in for Brooks. Memphis leading by 7. He gets it in there. 7 points for Jay Crowder.
The switch flipped for him at halftime. Not a single point in the first half. All of a sudden, he's come alive.
On its way from Curry for 2, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Now here's Jackson. Kicks it to Valanciunas. And Cousins comes over to help. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Cousins. Pass to Iguodala. To the paint. Here's Curry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, newsflash, the league has fallen hard for the three-pointer. Steph Curry, he breaks his own three-point shooting record year after year. No player epitomizes that more than Steph Curry, whether it's highlight-worthy heaves or setting records or winning titles. His long-range mastery has shifted the NBA landscape.
That's good from Stephen Curry. Chris, I've heard someone say that Steph Curry's success was, to a degree, hurting the game because kids just want to shoot threes now. Do you buy that?
Well, I definitely understand what they meant. They meant that, you know, guys don't want to get the fundamentals, kids being that because they see the highlight of Steph Curry, and I think that's actually a compliment. When I played basketball, I would go right out and dunk. That didn't mean Dominique or Michael Jordan messed the game up, but definitely their dunk overshadowed kind of the basics of the game, and coaches were complaining back then. So that's all that means. But you see thousands of kids showing up early to games to watch Steph's ball handling drills. Steph is the best three-point shooter that the NBA has ever seen, and it shifted the dynamic of the NBA. I think, you know, they understand how much work he puts into his overall games, and it's up for coaches at a young age to explain that.
Now here's Jackson after the miss from Klay Thompson, and the three ball is good.
He's taking over the game. Their lead's going to get even bigger if he keeps this up.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, it's his job to keep their offense ticking, and tonight he's earned his keep. He's been able to find open teammates everywhere, feeding the post, creating open jump shots on the perimeter. His passing has been the best element of his game.
Passes it to Durant. Back to Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Crowder pulls it in. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Stephen Curry.
And for a guy who shoots a lot of threes, Crowder does a pretty good job of getting himself to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Crowder.
And you talk about a culture builder. Jay Crowder is a guy who is not content with losing ball games. He's a competitor, and that rubs off on his teammates.
And both free throws good from Crowder. Warriors trail by 12. Curry with the bounce pass. Durant just inside the line. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Outside Crowder. And he banks in the layup. Crowder's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Taking the initiative, Crowder going in strong.
Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Down low, it's stolen by Valanciunas. And it's Memphis on the break. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist from Valanciunas. Bradley's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, you hear that? No, you don't hear anything. They silence the crowd with this big lead. No sign that they're letting up.
No coverage that time. Cousins has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Outside for Jackson. Crowder from outside. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Grizzlies.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Here's Green after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Jackson dishes to Bradley. There's the lob to Jackson. It's stolen by Green. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. That's 36 points for Steph Curry.
Man, you see the killer instinct Curry has. I mean, when he's hot, he looks to score whenever possible.
Wright against Curry. Wright finds Bradley. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fades. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Green passes to Thompson. Shoots over Bradley. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
You see the high shot release, the quick trigger? Thompson's always had this shot in his arsenal.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is to take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing a good job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.